Hi friends, this is Pastor Lucas Pin, and this is our snack for the journey, and we're starting a new week. And a new week starts with a new book. We're still in the book of Kings, but this is the second book of the Kings of Israel. And as I mentioned before, the book of Kings talk about the two kingdoms. The kingdoms split, and then they become the Israel in the north, Judah in the south, the kingdom of the north, kingdom of the south. And the north, the Samaria is the capital. The south is Jerusalem. So, and they fight, and then they got peace, and they have their own enemies separately. So they face their own enemies. So it sometimes is confusing because the book keeps coming and back to one kingdom to the other, and sometimes it's confused. But there's a lot of interesting stories there. And one of the beautiful stories that we have there is the Naaman. Is a general from Syria, and he's from Aran, not Iran, Aran, and he's a very powerful man, but he has leprosy, and he's a leper, and there was a Israelite girl there, that one of those raids that they did in Israel, they took the girl was a slave, start working, and a very important man with leprosy, you cannot show up and do things, and he's a very important general. And the girl said, well, if he was in my country, there was a man of God there that could heal him. So he goes to his king and say, I want a letter to the king, say I want to be healed and heal him. And he got the letter from his king and went to Israel to be healed. And it's the king think that, well, he wanted excuse to make a war because I cannot heal anybody. I'm a king, but I'm not a healer. And then Elisha was there and said, hey, send him to me. So he sent Naaman to Elisha, the prophet. Don't be confused with Elijah. The Elisha is the disciple of Elijah. For me it's more complicated with the pronunciation, but and this is so. When he got there, very important man coming from 2Kings, recommended by 2Kings, and this is what we have. The beautiful text here. It's this. It's chapter, you can find the whole story in chapter 5, 2 Kings chapter 5, verse 10. He went there to Elijah to be healed. And Elisha, verse 10 says, Elisha sent a messenger to say to him, go wash yourself 7 times in the Jordan, and your flesh will be restored, and you will be cleansed. This is it. And not too complicated, right? And he got upset because, no, I am Naaman, and the king sent me, and your king sent me, and all that kind of thing, and now you send me to wash 7 times in the Jordan. I have better rivers in my country, better than Jordan. Jordan is a dirty river. And he almost gave up, and the servants, his servants, said, look, if he asks something very complicated for you to do, to be healed, would you do it? And he said, yes, I would. So that's just 7 times. Come on, go there. And he went there 7 times. He dunked himself there, and he got healed. And that changed his whole life. But sometimes, well, the lesson, there's so many lessons here, and I cannot go over all the lessons, but it's the simplicity of the thing. You know, Naaman was expecting something pompous, you know, something very, a ceremony, or I thought that you would raise your hand and do this, and you do, I was expecting that you would do a ceremony, and you just kind of, you not even came out to talk to me. It's simple like that. And it was done. It's the prophet of God, and he said, hey, just go there wash ourselves 7 times. And sometimes we complicated our lives, right? We complicate our lives with we expect something very. Sometimes we come to church like that, right? We expect something, a show, something, and sometimes it's just a simple thing, and God does the work through that simple thing. And sometimes we need to expect the unexpected, and sometimes the unexpected is the simple one, the easy one. It's not the complicated, the ceremonial, all that kind of thing. No, it's just the simple one will do it. And we need to learn the lesson with Naaman. And this is your snack for the journey. God bless you.